What's up everyone? I hope you guys are doing well and that all of you are having a wonderful day, and if you're like me, you are probably still watching The Last Jedi trailer over and over and over and over again. I just can't get enough of the fact that we finally get to hear Luke speak. We see him in the trailer, even though if he is just a silhouette in that, we finally got to hear him speak, and that was really all I wanted out of the trailer. I was really happy with the fact that the trailer had a good amount of Rey and Luke in it. On my wish list of things I'm looking forward to in The Last Jedi, I think my number one thing that I can't wait to see is the relationship between Luke and Rey. I've been watching interviews since The Last Jedi panel happened during Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, and I put together a little montage of clips where Daisy is talking about Luke and her relationship with Luke in The Last Jedi, and I thought that I would share it with you guys, so here we go, Daisy talking about her relationship with Luke.
It seems like there's a dysfunctional relationship maybe going. It might not be all harmonious in Daisy-Luke land. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair to say. I think not harmonious. I think it's just that thing of there are all these expectations on Luke right from the beginning. This is your calling, this is your thing, this is what you have to do. You have to train and then you have to do this, that and the other. And then clearly something's taken him away. And much like Rey, there's all this expectation on her and this is your calling and you should be this thing and go and save the galaxy by giving this thing to Luke. So in a way, they're kind of both similar in that, but she's very much looking up to him to be this thing that she thinks he is. And a long time's passed, so
give me a sense this time around of working with Mark, because a much different kind of a vibe than Harrison gives off. I mean,
and as I was talking to someone earlier, I was actually vomiting pretty much the whole day that me and Mark worked together for the first time. I had adrenal exhaustion and I had an intravenous drip, and I was in this yellow tent while he was doing his side. So I can do it. I can do my side, I promise. And half the tears was emotion, and also half of it was like, I don't think I can hold my hand up anymore. But him and Harrison are very different, yeah. And also the dynamic is so different. Han is very sure of himself, and the whole thing's like, you know, he's got that thing, and Luke, after a long time away and everything, it's a different feeling.
A little more tortured, less swagger than Han, right?
Yes, and also it's like, you know, his calling, as it were, is not going away. So it's like yet another foray into this thing that, as he said, you know, they left it behind. Like there was an end in episode 6. So yeah, it was super. But it was very exciting. Plus, like to get to work with Mark was amazing.
And I think how the Last Jedi starts and the journey we go on is perhaps unexpected.
Everybody wants to know who you are, where you're from, who your parents are. Will that all be answered in The Last Jedi?
It's very interesting because I didn't know, Mark was telling me, I didn't know that when Darth Vader said, "I'm your father," people didn't believe it. They didn't believe that it was true. And it was interesting because at the end of Force Awakens, I thought everyone was going to be like, oh, cool, that's been answered, but it hasn't. And I think even though a lot of questions are answered in The Last Jedi, I think it's still that thing of discovery.
So how is Rey's relationship with Luke in this movie different from like Luke's relationship with, say, Yoda or Obi-Wan?
Well, Rey is not a teacher. Yoda and Obi-Wan are very much like guiding figures in Luke's life. And Rey, I think, obviously he doesn't even know who she is when she turns up, like with this frickin' lightsaber that he's not seen in however long. So that in itself is a big difference. And then as things go on, I think there's an expectation. There's always been an expectation on Luke as to his potential of what he can do and what he should do, much like with Rey. So in that sense, they're kind of similar. But obviously the dynamic has changed because she's expecting something from him this time, and it remains to be seen whether, you know, how he reacts to that.